Today I've been thinking about designing a new. Well, obviously I can't press skateboard yet, but I've been thinking it'll come the same. So I don't know if people know Powell Peralta's flight decks. I'll just call them flight decks for short. Right. And Impact Skateboards, which is a skateboard I ride before I actually change over to my own before soon. Yeah, I'm making it one of these drinks. And I want to, what do you call it? Design a board that's incredibly durable, but it can actually pick up to still use wood. But I have a plan to use a 2 seconds ago. My brain hasn't properly woke up today. Oh, damn it! I'm just going to take it out to the tablet. Right. I have an idea to make because I know people know flight decks are incredibly durable. I mean, you can pretty much ride a car over it, apparently, and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I know you can, but I've not personally tested it myself. Other than my own skateboards that I made, this is the board I ride, right? And they're incredibly durable too, but the way they're made is like they're just rigid as shit, right? They don't actually have really any bendability to them at all. Now that's to say they don't have pop because they have incredible top. It's just very different. So that's kind of the next plan as well as to actually design a new skateboard shape. I'm thinking like a square egg board. That's durable. Right, let's go into the office. 2 seconds, everybody. So we want to Fingerboard right now, but it's just so early. But I'm like, is 7 too early? A little bit. It's a little bit too early. The moment I hear my neighbour awake, I'm all good. It's so gutting at the moment that the weather's just as shit as it is because I really want to go skate and get it back on lock. Because I think my favourite tricks probably are things like big flips, front side flips, back side flips, crooks, and I just want to get it back this year, as I say so badly. I've gone through 2 impact boards now, and I still haven't got crooks back, which is just, it's painful, bro. It's painful. Let's just head into the office. I would Fingerboard a little bit this morning, but guys, the video I watched yesterday, this is why I feel like I belong in the US more, right? Most of my people who watch me, over 40 or 50% of people from the States, which is just absolutely wild. Hello. But yeah, so most of the people that watch me are from the States. It's like 48% or something. Or was it more than that? No, yeah, it's like 40. No, it's like 15% from the UK. I was like, that's actually kind of wild. And then I saw a video yesterday, and there's a guy who makes. He made a baker board. I know that it's the same style, but he had balloons. Let's take on the graphic. And he was like, "We ain't smoking. We're definitely fingerboarding." And I was like, "Right, it's just perfect." Because over here, people are like, "Bro, you skate and fingerboard." I'm like, "Yes. So what? Do you play Tony Hawk's and skate?" So I design graphics. And my graphic, they go like perfect. Oh, it's so warm in there. Sorry, it's just quite cold in this room, and it's warm in the other one. Yes. Speak. I ain't got skate. Let me just see it first off. I don't think that's anybody's name. If you named your kid Skate, you're a bully. I'm just saying that straight up, just because you like skateboarding, that would be like so harsh. see a kickflip, yeah. I'm joking. It's an extra large fingerboard. I wonder if we could fool someone. Extra large fingerboard. I have skateboards everywhere. It's the life of being a skater. And then this is my board if anyone has seen it. I'm actually going to take it out quick. So I was sponsoring skaters this month as well. Well, this month coming up, not this month, like this month, next month. Got to stay like in the future, I'm positive that way. Bear with everyone. Right, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'd like to know what you think. This is really suspicious. So, I have a business, right, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously, but I have my own company. And there's someone I've kind of worked with, like on and off, on, you know, some, in the sense of he's done a bit of work for me, like beanie design and whatever. I can't remember what else he's done. Is that it? Actually, that might be even it. But I'm not trying to even diss on anybody at all. I'm not going to name it. Nobody will be able to find him. I know it's clothing idea. I think it was. I can't remember now exactly what clothing idea it was, but it was definitely a clothing idea. He's asked me to download an app, and I'm a very cautious person, right? So, let me explain quick. I'm like a cook, having a business, you've got to be, right? So he's okay, and for a year now I've known this guy. He seemed really legit and really genuine, like he really has, because we've had phone calls with him, and we have worked on things together. But when you do business with people, people will try and lull you into a false sense of security, so they think they can secure like a greater deal for themselves. This is, I reckon, so business 101, isn't it, right? Sorry, I'm cold. I'm waiting to warm up a little bit. It's freezing. So yeah, I trusted this guy. I still do, but I'm not name dropping to people. Obviously, it's just weird. As I said, like he's asked me to download an app. Gone onto the App Store. One person's downloaded it. It was released 4 days ago. I went, okay, it's a bit weird, mate. It's a bit suspicious. I'd be careful with that. Trying to look out for him. And then he's messaging me going, yeah, no, I get what you mean. I'm gonna call them today to find out what's going on. I'm like, you're going to call them the developers of an app. Now, don't get me wrong, I've developed my own app. It's going to be on the App Store soon. People will see. If you follow, you'll have seen it. If not, I'll show everyone in a minute. Like, it's doable. That's why I know it's like, I guess you could try and scam somebody, but it's weird that he's now talking about an app on the App Store. But then he also, the reason I know he's capable of making things is he made a website too. So I'm like, if he can code a website, he could code an app. I've been talking about the app I'll be building. That's gonna go like along with my website. So the website you can buy the skateboards from. I started getting a message from the skate group. See, someone said this yesterday. Sorry guys, I'm honestly a bit confused on why that would be. Bear with. So I don't know why this is. I'm having this issue. It happened yesterday as well. Someone said it, and then my girlfriend came on. She was like, "Yeah, I can't hear anything you're saying on a live." Bear with. Making me aware of it. Some people don't say anything at all, which is, not the most helpful. So I appreciate you mentioning it. That's kind of odd. I don't know why it's not doing this. I don't know if I've got something in my microphone. That's why it's not. Bear with 2 seconds. But yeah, so trying to speak up a little bit so people can hear me a bit better, hopefully. So I really trust this guy, and I still do, but I'm like, you've got to be cautious, right? So I said, I'm making a website to go along with my I've made a website. I'm making an app to go on the App Store. Right? Obviously, it still needs to be confirmed. And like you pay about £8-9 to be paid. But as I said, this guy told me to download this app. I've gone and downloaded it. This might help. I can clean out the mic a little bit. 2 seconds. But yeah, so I've gone to download it. Obviously, I don't download anything, and I've seen that this app's literally got a few downloads. It was released a few days ago,
and I was like, it's a bit scatty that he's told me to go download an app that seems fairly new. Because I mean, come on, let's be real. You want something that's maybe a few years old. Anyway, I'm telling you now, anyone can release an app because I'm about to do it. And it doesn't mean, hey, I'm scamming people. I've had the website for a year. It's a Shopify shop. I mean, you can still scam people, but I'm here physically in person. Where I've spoken to this guy on the phone. I'm not name dropping because I'm not like 100% this guy's a scammer because I don't think he is. Like, but it's just very weird because I messaged him yesterday saying, I'm sorry, bro, it's just scatty. I don't want to download anything from the App Store. That seems like, anyone could have just made it up. Because I said, I can code, he can code. I've made my website, I've done the app as well. The website was more drag and drop, but the app is coded. So it has to be, that's why it's taking a little longer. Then it has to get confirmed. I talked to you about an app last year at some point, right? I don't know if you can hear me a little bit better now. But yeah, so I was talking to him about the app on the App Store last year. So he knows I've been wanting to do one, and he knows that is, a possibility. And he was thinking about it, but then the same guy, literally, sorry guys, I'm trying to make sure this sounds good enough. So if that sounds any better at all. But yeah, so he's like, go to the App Store, download this app. I've gone to download it, gone into the App Store, few people downloaded it. It's the only app this app developers released. It's very recent. And I looked that up, and it's like, having a business, you've got to be cautious. You have to be. You can't be you can't take any risks, really, or minimize them as much as possible. And I messaged him this. I said, sorry, bro, I do think it's a little scatty, Holding your phone, so no worries. That was a little bit better. What are you on about, bruv? One, I'm not even going to argue with that. I have a girlfriend. That's like a really weird thing to say, so I'm just going to remove you from the chat. One, I would need to be gay. I'm pretty sure. Like, you need to be gay to do that, or have weird. Just so people aren't convinced, because I'm shocked that I've landed a girlfriend too. Like, 5 years now. Anyway, moving on swiftly. What was I talking about? Sorry, it's a disturbing message, isn't it, to read? What was I talking about? Website, app. Oh yeah, so the guy messaged me. He says, oh no, I completely understand that. And it's like, gone to bed last night, no more messages from him. Woke up today, and the message from him is, I'm going to message him. And I'm sitting there thinking, you're going to message app developers? That doesn't make any sense at all. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you've sent me this app to go to, knowing I have my own business. We've worked together before, like, not properly worked together, but I know he has his own business too. But it's more like he helps other people do work and financing, I guess, or whatever. And he can code like I can. So I'm like, okay, the fact you sent me an app, you then go yourself, it's scatty after I say it seems scatty. You go, yeah, fair enough, it does. And I say, I'm sorry, man, I'm not trying to say it. I just think it's weird how they've only got like a few downloads, 2 reviews on the store. I said, even my store has got more reviews. You know what I mean? Like my Shopify website, which is up on Google, and I'll be doing the App Store soon, which will then obviously have its own views linked. But I was like, I guarantee you that would get more in, like, because on the amount of followers people just download, waiting to get this app anyway. I said, but this seems so. So I know about people downloading and reviewing apps. I said I know people can be bad with it, but I said this is also freshly download. This is freshly made app. So I looked up the developers. I said they've never made an app before. It's like the first app in the last week, and I said that's just a bit odd. And he was like, oh yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Then he's now told me today he's contacting them, calling them. I'm like, I find that even weirder. And I don't know what it is, man. And now I think about it, he has offered to just do me free work. And I do the same thing, but I'm being in contact with people like Hair and Skateboards, and that's not trying to brag, that's just how much work I've put into it. There's a difference. He said he's worked, but I've never seen any physical work, like I've never seen any evidence of that at all. I've never seen him on a live or anything like that. I do see him sat there saying he's working, but then I just see a computer, like when he's been on a live screen, it'd be like a room, there'd be like no boards, skateboards. I know he doesn't gonna have skateboards, he doesn't have a skate company, but this is my example of like, I have the stuff, I have the beanies, I have the packaging, I've shown people me making stuff. I literally have empty packaging, well, design packaging, the two empty packaging and design packaging. the waxing, the molds, the formulas I make for the wheels. I have it all here. Where the guys working, as I said, it's just scattered me out a little bit. And yesterday I had this bad feeling that he made this app. Now I might, as I said, I'm probably just being paranoid, but the fact is, and sorry, the reason I ask people this, I love asking my community because it's a bit like as I said, without name dropping, because it's not my place to. I like to see what everyone else potentially thinks about it, because when it's just in your head and you're thinking about it, you can get a little bit like you can think too hard or overthink it, right? So that's why I like to ask everyone else, because what they think, obviously, without ever name dropping, as I said, if someone gave you a link saying download an app, you went to that to download the app, that app had been made a few days ago or within the last week or so, and then you tell them there's a scatty amount of reviews on there, there's like a few downloads, and it doesn't seem very trusted, they then go, oh yeah, it is a bit scatty, I'll call them today. I'm like, bro, that feels so off. It's like, I wouldn't automatically assume that I would download an app on the App Store, say it was like King's Shot or like whatever these games are, these ad games, right? I don't think I'll be able to call them up and be like, hello, I just want to talk to you about your app. Like that feels off to me. And that's just me, and I'm overthinking it, but I don't know, that feels very weird. Now I said, he's offered me free work, he's now sent me a link a few times to this, to download. The first thing was like keeping up with other businesses, right? And it seemed odd at first, granted. Guys, I might actually have to go and message my partner in a second because I need a second opinion. This isn't a case I'm trying to just sit here and talk about anything. I'll get down to fingerboarding in a minute, but this is the issue when bro, it's a lonely in this world when you're like working on stuff and you're like self-employed and everyone you feel like, people out to essentially get your business, bro. I'm sorry, but it is. I'm actually kind of like baffled right now because, as I said, I just need another person's opinion, right? That's all. It's weirding me out. Sorry, guys. I would just say it, but every time I say it, it's not serious. Every time I talk about it, everyone just leaves. I'm like, what's the point? But I need my followers' opinions on this, and I'm not, as I said, I wouldn't name drop. That's not my position. See what I mean? My point exactly is what it is. I'm just going to say it as is, and if anyone has a point to add to it, I would massively appreciate it. So, I met this guy on TT when I started my business 2 years ago. He has offered me free work and all this stuff and been really generous. And I just took that as there are nice people in this world, right? Granted, I've still been cautious, on the side, err on the side of caution. He has then given me as a free work, all this stuff. I need people's opinion at the end of this. I'm not name dropping. I just need if it seems sus or not, right? He's then sent me a link before to download this thing where it connects all business people together that he made. He can code like I can code. So I know we both can code websites. I've done my website. I'm doing my app soon. And it'll be on the App Store. Sorry, people on Android, it will be sooner than that, but later than that. It just within a month, probably a few months after. About maybe 2 months for the App Store one. And then, on Android, whatever their store is. The Play Store. Is it the Play Store? I'm pretty sure it's the Play Store, isn't it? But this guy has sent me another link going to another app. Right. I've gone to download it, so I've clicked on the link, and then obviously don't click on it directly. Open in tabs, you can kind of just see it. And I'm like, he's like, oh, you can get it on the App Store as well. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. I have an app, I have an iPhone. Go download it. There's like a few downloads. It was recently made, so I'm sat there like, okay, it's a bit sus, right? It feels a bit sus. I then proceed to message him and say, look, I'm not downloading this app because I think this seems like a scam. And not very long afterwards, like pretty much 10 minutes later, I'm pretty sure he goes, yeah, it does seem a bit suspicious. And I'm like, bro, you told me to download this app because it helps with money. Not helps money, I said, keeps holding your taxes and finances to do it. Because I do that anyway. Because if I want any help with it, I was like, I don't need help. If there's something to make it easier, why not? But I'm sticking to doing it myself because it's exactly why. I find it extremely odd, and I would love people's opinion. I mean, more than love people's opinion on what they would do in that situation. Because, you know what I mean? It's like, do you trust someone? People are like overtly friendly on purpose so they can gain more trust. in the long run, because he has a lot of people have recognised from heroin skateboards, which is really high up in the skate community, all the way down to like the little guys essentially. All of us, because I class myself a little guy too. But you know what I mean. I'm being recognised more in the skate community and in the business industry, especially by small businesses as well, right? And as I said, I just find it extremely odd. And as I said, I do want public opinion, not public opinion. I would like to know what people would do in the same situation. I think this is also why I do the lives, because like, I come on here, but it's funny because you could be like, I never asked for money, or any donations or charity, but just somebody going, yeah, that's weird, or no, do you know what, I agree with that, or just anything can be helpful, and the reason why I do the live. So people just sometimes just sit there like codfish, popping their mouths open and shut, and I'm like, what's the point? Yeah, the people that socialise. I'll be honest with you, that's the main things. It's customers and socialisation. That's what we're here for, bro. And community and chat and connecting with the skaters and the finboarders and snowboarders or anybody that likes extreme sports. I think that's what it's all about. But as I said, at the same time, I never ask for anything. But sometimes, if I say like I would love someone's opinion on this, it'd be great for someone to be like, oh yeah, I'll just give it. You know what I mean? Because some people work on it. I don't need to tell people my private life. I work on it. It's not my private life. Well, one, it's really not my private life. It's public lesson. It's in the public because it's someone I've worked with, for one, and two, it's a lesson to be learned. And two, you can be blindsided by trust. So sometimes it's good to hear it from. It's like when you do a poll, be like, so out of these options, which would you pick? Or do. And as I said, what would you do if someone sent you an app or a link to download, and you know this person, they've been really friendly for like a year, 2 years since you had the business, and now it all starts to correlate in your head a little bit, but it could just be overthinking. But this app has like a few downloads. You go and check it out. It's on the App Store, fair enough. But I'm making an app on the App Store right now, so anyone can do it. A few downloads, 1-star review, and then this guy already before was trying to send me a link to this thing where he made it, and it was all like all these business people can get together. And I sent him a message today going, sorry bro, that app looks scatty. I've looked into it. It's been made recently. And he goes, yeah, it is. You're right. It does seem scatty. And then today he's gone, I'm going to call them today. Do you normally contact or call app developers? Like, I mean, put it this way, I'm about to develop an app. My number isn't actually on there, so no, technically not. You would have to go through Apple might contact me. There'll be a way, obviously, don't get me wrong, but there's no way, you'll be able to contact me through my store, but the app, there is no in-app purchase, so you don't need to. You can just message me through the app that I'm making for the App Store. But my point is, anyone can make an app. And the fact you kind of went straight away, yeah, it is scatty, it seems right, I'm going to call them today. You don't normally call like app creators. Sorry guys, and this is why I think I struggle with lives, because to be able to make one coherent conversation that people understand, so people join in 10 minutes late and they're like, wait, what's being said here? What's going on? I'm missing the conversation. I don't know what's being said. That's why it's very difficult with lives. In a minute, sorry guys, I'm going to have to message my partner to figure out what I think about this whole situation with this other person I'm working with. Not name dropping here, unfortunately, it's just not what I do. All I say is, in life you've got to be really careful, because some people can obviously just, and I know this, but it's a perfect example of when people can pretend to be nice for such a long time. I'm on about business here, just to get in your good graces. I mean, just to be in your good books, so to speak. I mean, I'm not saying that's 100% the case, but it is very, very suspicious, because there's so many things now. I need to write these down. I'm sorry, guys. I need to write down the things that aren't actually ticking in my head, that aren't making sense with this person and what he said. Because when you start to really piece it together, and you're like, damn. I'll read these out in a second. So, one sec. I need to write down my points that I'm going to read to my partner, because I feel like this is going to make more sense to me. this is where it gets really weird. Sorry, guys. I'm starting to like link all together, man. And be like, damn, this is real. Like, let's put it this way: if someone's doing well in life, they're going to suck up to you any way they can to get into your good graces. Do you know what I mean? And he's very much taken it as like, oh yeah, we'll see what we can work on. I'm like, bro, you've got to remember this is my business. I am the only founder. Well, there's not even a co-founder. I am the only founder of Skate Addiction, which is a very lonely thing. I mean, normally skate groups find it together, but there are going to be team. I've got original riders as a team, but in a minute I will show people some of the skaters I'm going to be sponsoring right now. But I would really love it if people could just in a second hear out. I'd try and break it down as quick as I can, and I would love to know what people's opinions are. Obviously, I'm not giving any names away. I just find something very suspicious that I haven't thought about for the whole 2 years I've worked in this business, because obviously very caught up in it, and everything's just started kind of connecting the dots. Right. Anyway, so these are the skaters I'm going to be sponsoring. This is one of them. So it's Jordan Rose. So you can literally do, obviously that, I know that's skate 3. He's wild at skating. I would have to play it with the sound, but I don't want to get copyright strikes. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're gonna get their own boards. See, what's crazy is obviously I'll be the youngest out of this. Well, not the youngest out of the group of skaters. I'm like, what you call it, like middle. So I moved to this village. I call it village because to me it is. I lived because they call it a town here, but because where I lived, I called London town. We call London city. It is city. You go to the city, but you're also London town. It's like in a weird way when you lived in London for a bit. And obviously I was born in Cardiff. I've lived in city areas and I've travelled a lot. So to me, I skated at South Banks all the time. There were always like people recording skate parks. It was just more the culture. But to move down here and see undiscovered talent, and this is, as I said, who's going to be getting sponsored. I know that's a Skate 3 game, that's Skate 4, but as I say, he can do the same shit, bro. I'm jealous. Only because he can still skate this, obviously. Like, fair play to him. Anyway, so there's nobody cares, which is good because I've got stuff to do anyway. Which is funny. Like, I love it because if you, it's like don't try too hard sometimes, because at the end of the day, if people don't care, you shouldn't care. Right? I do care, but not about trying to keep saying the same thing over and over again. Right? As I said, freaky shit. When I put this all together, there's a few stores now. Consistent bed house, mate. Yeah, I'm reading that now, bro, and I'm like, that is some scatty shit, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I generally think the person I could initially work with could potentially be a scammer. Obviously, he didn't work with me, and I won't. The thing is, right, I wouldn't get scammed because I'll only ever scam the scammers, and I generally would because it's clearly already happened. Because there's people who've offered me free work, free shit like that. I give them the free work. You know what I mean? If they want to offer me free stuff, if they actually provide on that free work, like good skate content, good videography, good artists, I don't know, good at maths, good whatever. I mean, there's so many roles I need to fill. That's the truth of it. And obviously, we've got the skaters and the videographers and everything at the moment. I mean, the amount of roles I'm going to need to fill by 2028 is going to. I mean, I know it's 2026 now, but I'm just, I've got a plan ahead because I'm thinking, I want to have at least a warehouse with like a skate park part. And even if it's small scale, it doesn't matter. I reckon we can do this, even if I'm pouring my own heart soul into it, which I will do 120%. Right, let me go quickly. Yeah. 2 minutes, too much information. Not even 2 minutes, 30 seconds. also just remembered I need people who can make music too, right? I've already used it. I can write music. I can write lyrics because I can already write. Like I'm good with that. I don't know why. Shit at maths. I'm good at English. I don't have that. Like I can literally get any word and pretty much read it. And don't go get me some flipping foreign word because obviously right now I'm learning a few different languages on Duolingo because I want to be less of an inconsiderate. Because I'm like born in Britain, but I'm not British. But I just love how like Brits are we are kind of inconsiderate about languages. There is way more out there. I've travelled a lot and I like to know that I can count in Japanese still ish. It's like Ichini Sanyango Roku Nana. Crap. I mean crap's not the last one. I forgot. Oh, I'm 3 off. I think I'm right there. Am I? What a good question, bro. See, that's a good way to answer that. Medically, I guess you could say yes, like scientifically and medically. You're. I don't think I do, bro. I'm Romanian and South African. Not me, not my family were. So no, I'm not. I'm not Nigerian, bro. That coffee's really good. Right, what's I going to show people? Before it's too. Sorry, my head's spinning today because there's someone I worked with for like a year or two. I've not worked with, right, but he's done me 3 bits. And I think now I've started to realise it. Is he trying to get in my good graces because obviously the business I have and stuff like that? And it's very odd because, yeah, something's not adding up. All I say to people, like people know my business now. Obviously, people might not know me on here already, but you'll get to know me. You see my products. I'm on live quite often, and I've been posting across multiple platforms. I'm in contact with bigger companies than me, which is just really humbling. It's just amazing. It's an amazing feeling at the same time. But anyway, if I told people to download an app, I mean, I wouldn't. Anyway, the app would be there. People say, "Oh, where can I go and like post a clip or do that?" Oh, there's an app by the way we've got, or like the website, and like the website, it's through Shopify. So this is the shop. And the app will be built off of a similar process, but at the bottom it's going to have community live posts. So on the app, you have no. So on the store, all that you can do on the store is buy skateboards, fingerboards, waxes, whatever we've got in stock, right? But my brain's there, guys. You have to bear with. I apologise. The app is being coded, that's why it's taking a little bit longer. It's going to have a live, so you guys can go live as long as you sign in, but it will literally be free. And there will be ways, it will be, people go, what's the point? Because on other platforms, you know, you can get monetization. Well, one, that can take a while, or if you happen to be posting at the same time, you got to remember, like, I'm pushing out to bigger companies. I've been in contact with Heroin Skateboards, Radboard, like loads of companies, and the more and more we push, and the more we come on. So if I ask them, say, look, can you just download this app to support the business, and you can look out for people? It would be like what do you call it? A spot. Yeah, I can't, bro. My brain ain't working today. What are they called, bro? Lookouts. You know when they go lookouts, coaches go do lookouts. This is what you'll be able to do. You'll be able to skate, fingerboard, because there'll be 2 sections on there. I mean, I know there's less in the fingerboarding area, but still, fingerboarding is still fun. Yeah, I'm trying to bring it more to the UK because it seems a lot less popular. But then skateboarding too and opening that market up too. But on the app, there'll be no in-app purchases at all whatsoever. Do you know when you sometimes go on the Apple Play Store and it always says in-app purchases? I love it when there's one that doesn't say any because you just like, well, at least regardless, I know there's no purchases in it. That'd be the thing. And then the shop will actually send you through to www.thingy. Unless people want the actual shop to be on there, well, then that would get rid of the in-app purchase sort of thing. But I don't want to have in-app purchases for like media. Like you want to learn how to kickflip, £5 a month. I mean, that to me is taking the piss. Just go and watch someone skate. Just go and watch any video. Go watch a skate part. Slow it down, break it down. You know what I mean? There's ways to do it. It's a very interesting point. But did you actually realise that they've also just discovered that it's not where they thought it was? It's not up there. It's actually on the male extremities, let's just say. right? They got it wrong. You can go look this up. It's a new study. So for years they've been making people think it's up, near, let's just say the prostate. It's not. And I thought that for years too, but also, who cares? I always thought it was just so God could let us go to the toilet with peace. It maybe feels a little bit nicer to go to the toilet, because I'm sorry, too much information here, but guys can have King Kong fingers compared to women from I've bloody heard and seen throughout my 25 years of growing up. The knowledge, the understanding, the quiet understanding between people. It's obviously not always the case, but ladies are more like delicate about it. Not always. I'm not saying it's the way to be. So I'm not here to pass judgment. It's not my place to say that. But from the people I've known, it's like very delicate about. They may lay a tissue down, where guys just don't give a shit. They let it rip. The guys I've met anyway, and yeah. But with that, I always thought, hey, it's just because that's why. It's because if a guy goes for a bigger number two, it passes easier because it hurts less because there's. But I found out, you find out it's not in that area. We've been lied to. So I don't know what feels good up there when it is being stimulated then, but it isn't it's not that spot. Anyway, sorry guys, as I said, that comment just threw me right off. But yeah, so this is a website, but the app will, as I said, will just be, you'll have a live section, community section, and then as I said, I know for a fact there will be other bigger companies downloading it. So, and the reason it makes more sense to post on there is because it will just be no ads at all, just skate clip after skate clip after skate clip, trending, most popular, and community viewed, and viewed by me. Because I'll tell you what, there is no better app I would rather want to watch myself than my own app I made where people want to upload their clips. I can do giveaways, prizes, rate them, review them, and as I said, I would tell Heron Skateboards if they want to download the app. A few other people I've been in contact with, I would just, and that's your chance to get recognition. Going through YouTube and Instagram and trying to get the followers and then the right people, like this will just be skaters. This will be the skate community. I think I've cracked it. I know I've cracked it. Not even think. I know it. And I'm not talking about you can't be blah blah blah. See, now I'm getting it wrong. You can't be confident, but like also it sounds cocky and arrogant at the same time. I get that. That's a difficult thing. But yeah, that's just the plan with it. Because I was thinking, how could I possibly entice people to download a skate app when you can all upload on Instagram, TikTok, and all of the above? And I'm like, well, it definitely. Oh, I hate it when your sleeves wet. But when there's other people on there, and it's like me, for example, I will just, if there comes to watching footage of anything, right? I mainly go on social media to watch skate footage, and I have to filter through crap that I don't care about, right? I have to go through ads. I have to go through everything. I mean, you have to go dislike, and even if you do dislike, sometimes I guess it shows you more because you still interacted with it. That's what I've been told. So I'm like, I want somewhere that just has skateboarding and fingerboarding. That is it. Maybe even snowboarding on there. It's skate addiction. It's just everything skating. And there'll be a section at the top with a larger set. It'll be free to go on. It's free to download on the App Store. It's not available yet. But it'll be built off the same colour scheme as the website we've got and the boards. But at the bottom it'll have community, live, blah, blah, blah. And I just think it's a perfect idea because, as I said, I know for a fact Heron Skateboards will pretend to have a look at it because I've already been in contact with him. And he said he's really supporting everything. I'm like backing me in it. Truthfully, we're both from the UK, so that's probably why. And they are like the biggest skate company to come out of the UK. And I'm sure other people follow suit, more people download it as you go along. But it will be, for other people, an app where you don't have to scroll through bullshit ads. You don't have to wait. You don't have to, pay for a premium to do an ad. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to, any of that. There might be even a way for me to let you guys down. I don't know if you have to pay for it, but download, like, on TikTok, you can download like 50 videos at a time, 100 videos offline. Similar process. Or like maybe the ones that are already on there are loaded. I don't know, but I love the idea of being able to have it as like you're posting it because potentially there are people watching it, but watch how many people post in there just to build up a community of posts. That's how it would be because people love skating just because they want to impress people with their tricks sometimes. Or and as I said, this will be the perfect app to eliminate. I will not allow any ads on there. I'm literally admin. I'm in charge. There will be no ads. It will just be back-to-back videos. There will be sponsorship deals. I'm in contact with Heron Skateboards, who I would say, look, can you have a look at the app? It means you guys who are skating could potentially find your sponsors sooner rather than like, you could already be really good at skateboarding. You could have kids, you could feel like you missed your opportunity to have, because you've got to post and whittle your way through the flipping social media, which takes flipping ages, granted. So that's why I made the app Skate Addiction, which I know, as I said, people at Heron Skateboards will probably download, and so because I've already been in contact with them, and he says he's supporting what I'm doing. So I guarantee at least some bigger names for sure, and it will be cutting out. There'll be no ads. There'll be no in-app purchases. There'll be links to the store, obviously, where you can buy skateboards and stuff. But it would just be a place where clip back to back, no ads, no bullshit, no crap, and I'm also bringing back skateboards that have slightly not risque graphics. You know what I mean? Like more funny, because they used to be, and I'm not for this. Let me just really make that clear. But graphics used in the early '90s were wild, and they used to be like racist, sexist, anti-religion, and everything. They were quite bad. I mean, to be honest with you, but I mean they've then taken a complete U-turn and they've gone to like I don't know, Teletubby Land and you know Cocomelon. I know it's not actually Cocomelon, but I mean everything's just PC. And I get like when you're skating in public, most of the time the graphics down anyway. But I mean, if you're an adult and you have your own house, pretty sure you can keep a board on your wall or use it when you know it's appropriate to. Like we all have there's t-shirts that are rude. I'm not doing like naked girls or anything, because I just think like I don't know that would sell to just. I don't want my board being used for the wrong purposes. If people get what I'm getting at, right? I want my skateboard to be skated or left to the wall and appreciated for the art, not appreciated in any other way. Um, but yeah, the app sorry guys, my brain is completely mushy today. I have coded the app already. Let me get it up so I can show people the concept. No, I'm gonna have to pause my phone and send out what do you call it? Oh bro, what is that thing called? My brain today, I don't know what it is. The last few days, I think it's just because it's been work, and my brain's like mushy now. It's just done for. But it means there's people, and the reason what made me want to do it is the people I've seen who skate. One of these kids that gave me some, what do you call it? Fan art, who's going to be a sponsor. We've also got this guy, who's Jordan Rose, and he is someone who I'm going to be sponsoring, and he's getting his own custom board. He is honestly incredible. So let me go on here. Let me find I'll show people like Inwood Hill. He has a fake. He's an incredible skater. So this is a fakey Inwood Hill. But I think he's like a body barrel too. He's just honestly absolutely wild. This is the air he'd be getting. He can do this. Backside flips, front side flips, lasers, varial heels, bigger flips, big spin, all that stuff. He's a great skater. So he's going to be on the team. Oh, right. So yeah, he's going to be on the team. Bro, what was I saying about before? My brain, it's just not working today. Oh yeah, so you'll be able to just filter through clips like that, you know what I mean? I'm so excited for this. I really am. And I know a lot of people at first think it's going to take a while to take off. At the end of the day, any app that is made for a particular niche, be it skateboarding, fingerboarding, or both of them combined, yeah, maybe a little bit. But at the same time, it really will show. I mean, people post on other platforms to try and become big, to try and become famous, to try and monetize. Where a lot of people just like to watch skate footage. A lot of people do just like to watch their own footage back. Some people like to show other people their footage back. It is a case of like, sometimes I've recorded tricks I've not ever posted because I felt like I didn't need to. Because I know someone would have maybe something negative to say about it, but I didn't care about what they had to say about it because I knew it was a good trick and I knew they probably can. It was like almost, what's the point? Avoid the negativity. So I need to do a bullet point of why this app's going to be brilliant. I said it's already coded. I literally just need to pay for it to be reviewed and then go onto the App Store. I'm sorry, Android, it will come soon enough. Well, if you would listen, you would hear what I was rambling about. So, I made a website. I've made a website a year ago that sells my skateboards and fingerboards, and like t-shirts, beanies, and all that stuff. And I've also now made an app on the App Store which will have a link to the store, but it will be like Skate Talk, but it was not called that Skate Addiction. It will just have, community section, a live bit where you can go live. And I know a lot of people, why would you do that when you can monetize on Instagram? Because one, there will be no ads. So it's like that's not how you'll monetize. If you want to try and make it it would be a lot easier because you can cut through. So you either choose to go the whole way and go through all of social media with all of the girls and the models and the ice skaters and everybody doing everything else, or cut through that crowd and just be in a skating lane. And I promise you now, because I've already been in contact with people that hair and skateboards, I can show people. It's not a brag. It's just it's a point of hard work. They said they support what I'm doing. I guarantee if I ask other people to send out a message, download this off the App Store, it'll be knowing that purchases, they'll support it. And it will also be a chance for them to browse for, you know, what do you call it? Oh man, pick out skaters out of the crowd rather than having to. Bro, I'll just remove you because I'm good with that because you're not the only viewer. You come, you go, you leave. They come, they go, you leave. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, bro. I don't need you. No offense, but like to sit there and act holier than thou, I'm not saying that. Don't sit there and say, "What the f are you talking about?" That's being rude, my bro. I'm gonna sit there and go, "Okay, well I'm self-employed." That's not attitude. That's passion, and I know what I'm doing. There's a difference. I don't need you. 4 more people come in, 4 more people leave. Like it is what it is, bro. It's life. But anyway, so going on with what I was saying, so the website will have a link to stop. There'll be no in-app purchases. It will just literally be you make an account, you upload skate clips, right? That's it. And as I said, people go, but you do it on YouTube, you do it on TikTok. I've been doing it now for like 2 years. My skating. I know other people are about to sponsor. That what made me think about it a few days ago was he uploaded a clip doing the biggest fakie inward heel body level I've ever seen in my life. Got 4 likes, and like 1,000. I'm like, what is that, right? And it's because it's not touched the right crowd. It's not seen the right people. But if it is just on purely a skating app, that is like and as I said, there'll be people like Hair and Skateboards. I'm sure will download it because I've been in contact with them. They said they support everything I do. So if I send them an app, say, look, can you just download this? This will also be a way for you to scout people and other teams to scout people. So I've let people know this is a way people can be. I'll also scout on there. Every single night, I will go through. I will like, because obviously I'm the admin. I'm in control of the app. I will go through. I will like, and don't think holier than now because I am terrible at skating these days. I'm not terrible. I'm okay. I'm just the person who makes the graphics and the boards and the app. So of course I'll be the admin. But if you get a like from a team member, I'll be honest, that's better than getting a like from me. As I said, I'm rusty as anything. I'm not holier than that. I'm rustier than that when it comes to skateboarding. But yeah, if you get one from like Jordan and like these people are going to be my legacy skaters and my like original team skaters, and I will be reviewing them today. And they're fucking incredible. So if we compare me, right, side by side quickly. Oh, did I delete them again? Do you know what, guys? I apologise. I am going to have my break. Come back on and show people side by side comparison. Obviously, I can show people many times, plenty, like almost too many times. I'm thinking where it's like people go, "Do you skate?" I'm like, bro, I feel like I wouldn't call the company Skate Addiction if I couldn't skate. But the intro is a mixture between me falling off my board and then it cuts to this shot of this wheel bouncing across the ground. So my intro is literally me falling off the board, and this will be the start of every skate part. I have my own theme music too. I'm not playing it yet. I'm not showing people. So it kind of goes orange, but that wheel starts off as essentially I'm going along and I just oh, I've got to find the clip, man. I hope it's on it. I don't think it is. I'm gonna go on my break in about 5 minutes. So I might be doing less than that now because I feel like it's so early that people who normally watch my lives are like not really joined yet. But anyway, welcome to everybody. I will be reviewing. Well, should be putting out a long form video. I'm hoping because I want to have an intro for it first, which I have sort of made. In the last few days, I've been designing skateboards, coding the website, not the website, wrong thing, the app, and trying to get it as close to the website with color scheme and everything like that. And also write lyrics to give to AI, because yes, it's AI who is singing at the moment. Unless somebody wants a job who can sing. Ideally, I want a hip. So if anyone sounds like Biggie or Tupac, then you know what I mean. You're in for a shot. I need like 90s hip hop vibe. I don't care what people say that it doesn't match this, because I mean, what am I going to do for the Brit to match the British skate vibe? Oh, there's that. I don't even know. Like saluting, drinking a tea with a monocle. I'm good. Skating's gnarly, and I feel like skating. I'm just not taking a diss on any of it, but like Thrasher and all these other companies. Very basic. It's a very catchy and small intro. It needs to be sometimes. It's all it needs to have. And I think now with it, use of music, having your own theme tune, the easier editing software. And I'm not on about AI because people just automatically assume AI every time. Because believe it or not, at the same time while AI has been getting better, so is like, you know, computing editing software and merging videos and like, I don't know, my brain's not working. It really isn't. Photoshop, Video Shop, all those sorts of things. Yeah, what's that app called that I use? A modern day Scratch, where you can just do animations and stuff, right? You can take a picture, you can do 3D picture or something. Like I'll take a picture on my board. Like, where's a good example? So, for example, this is a good example. This is actually a real picture of the boards. Because if people, and then it looks kind of, and then maybe that's, I think that's because I added colour to it and changed it. But if I go through to find the original, actually I probably can find the original and show people this is wild. Because the first one looked too blurry and pixelated. Fresco's another drawing app I use, that's quite good. Oh, really? Okay, I guess we have to go on to here and hopefully. Well, it's on the drawing apps, that's where I brought it onto. And all down here you can see the different colours and different pencils that are used, like noise control for like concrete and stuff like that, different opaqueness. And I would rather do that than give it to AI because I can make sure that if you give it to AI, there'll be inconsistency of her content. Not every time, but sometimes it's more effort to give it to AI a few times, keep giving it a prompt, it's wrong, giving it, you know, I've seen people doing it, it's quite funny, you know, they keep doing it, doesn't work. So then you take it and then you get what it originally made worse, and then you go and edit it and then take about the same amount of time to edit it, if not a little bit longer, because you have to take away parts that were wrong and then go back in and edit it yourself again. Why not just start the process yourself? You know what I mean? It's something's 100% perfect. Like, I guarantee you now, my 8, and also the lyrics I've wrote at the moment for the intro song, it says like skate addiction, and I now forgot the lyrics myself. That's absolutely stupid. But I tried getting AI to write them like a month ago because I was like, just like write some lyrics and catch it, and it rhymes everything back to back like a baby. I said, no offense, you're great at everything else, but like, what is that? I was like, he's like, high in the sky, goodbye, die. I'm like, bro, who rhymes that much? Do you know what I mean? It's like literally OT, over the top, over the top. Oh shit, that's OTT, isn't it? That shows how old I am. I don't even know what OTT is, but that's the thing we made up. My brain is deteriorating at fast, rapid rates. It's either the coffee or something else. It's something. I refuse to let it be my fault. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I've done it to myself here. I can't. I literally be halfway through a conversation. I'm like, yes, I'm doing so well with this conversation, like, you know. And then I'm like, what words am I using? What's English? Sorry, that's just me. I'm stupid. There's no other word to use. There's no other word to use. I'm just stupid. Yeah, I went from starting a business last year, well, nearly 2 years ago, to now just being. I think it's like writer's block, right? It's why I stopped writing stories when I was younger because I just got so angry that I couldn't go anywhere with it. I'm like, what are you going to do always? There's nothing to do. Sometimes you just got to enjoy what you've already got all done. That sounds really stupid, but sorry, I did think I said hello, but I'm like, maybe I looked at it and ignored the screen, but I really apologise there because that is a common me thing to do. It's very rude, I know. Oh no. My brain is only 5, no good. I don't think what I'm saying. And then what was I going to go and do? Because I was going to come off the live, go figure something out, come back and then tell people I forgot what that is. What an idiot. Yeah, I was going to edit some footage. I have honestly no bloody clue, to be honest. I'm sorry, guys. Like, literally, in the last 5 seconds to 20 seconds, my brain has literally just information dropped everything. I'm like, I feel like a baby or something. I mean, I have
Where's my speech gone? I can't think. Is this what tiredness is? I think this is exhaustion. I think it's exhaustion. Right, stop gagging us. Ugh. But yeah, I think it's exhaustion when your brain, like, you fumble on words just like back to back to back. I'm pretty sure that's exhaustion. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm feeling. As I say, I really want to think about it. It's so early. So I'm like, do I go quickly and have a cigarette, take the dog outside for a wee, come back? There's something I had to do this morning. I've completely forgotten. It's thrown me off because it's a very important thing to do. Oh, guys, I should be prepared every day. And yes, don't worry, there will be a rotor coming out. I forgot about that plan to release the schedule for when I'll be going live, but that won't be until next week because there's no point. Today's or tomorrow will be the last day I'm going live, so I will be live tomorrow again. And then next week I will upload a weekly timetable essentially when I'll be going live. What the lives will consist of, how long they'll be for, and, you know, one live will be talking about the business, why I started it, and then another live will be, you know, getting to know people in the community, and then maybe talking about future projects. I don't like the word products, but I really don't like products because to me, product is like, it's just, you know, it makes it feel like the things I've made. I like, if someone doesn't buy a fingerboard or a skateboard, I actually am not bummed out. I love my collection. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I think that's where people go wrong. People's ultimate chase in life, people's ultimate goal in life is selling something to or whatever, doing something to make money. Where mine is making something, like not making something, but just a skateboard, like making a good skateboard that I'm proud of. Obviously, the money is so benefit. Like you can't even understand why you do. Everyone's human. We all understand how important money is. But I mean, for running a business and keeping a business going and sustainable, 100%. Money is more understand. Like it is so. I mean, I love my business that much that I literally sometimes will sit there and think, if there's been hard times, I'll be like, I would literally rather eat the bare minimum and put all my all into the business still because to me, I'm happiest when I'm putting my all in. I'm not happiest sat there just eating like, oh, I'm belly full of food. I'm not that sort of person, really. I know that's why I've been homeless. I've lived through the bad times, but I think it's had a positive outtake really on the way I outview the way I view things like that because I am very much optimistic. As I say, I'm very much like I am a believer. I said for the last 2 of my parts, I believe, and then you know I message Heron Skateboards and we get a message back from Heron Skateboards, which is and I'm DMing back and forth like 5 paragraphs, and that's the dream come true for someone like me. Like growing up in UK, no prestige skate companies come out in the UK. In my opinion, I remember growing up and they were in the UK when I was really, really young. You know what I mean? And then now over in the States and stuff, which is even more impressive in a way. To be able to like move you'd be so big, get put in skateboarding games, and you know, recognised by all the skate culture. Yeah, so he respects what I'm doing, and it's been great. And I know people like that will definitely download the app that I'm currently making for the App Store because it will be scouting because it's going to be skaters on a level that people haven't seen before. Because people are missing a big chunk of the actual skate talent out there. Because when I scroll through social media and put skateboarding, you get very much the generic, either the same person that's always pushed. And then to find someone that's new, or you know, what I mean, they really stay at the bottom of the algorithm. I know what that's like. I really do on like all platforms, especially Instagram. Still, it's a ball ache. I mean, I mean, it really is. And that's the thing. Like people, then I'm like, what are you more wanting to do? So if you actually post at the same time, like people do on all these platforms, why not just add skate addiction to that list? Because by doing that, I mean, I don't even know if I have to have data centers on that. Essentially, eventually, to allow people to upload clips and have them running through. Probably I need a work centre, but I know computing, I know IT, so I know what I'm doing, which is lucky, I guess. So I mean, I would be freaking out right now finding out that I need data centres to be able to run. Yeah, but that's not that. Yeah, that would be a little while down the lane because I could probably use the cloud for now. It's not going to be so massive, but then it will have to probably require some like data centres. But it's just to keep people's like skate clip. You know, as I said, it seemed dumb to people because you've got all these other platforms to upload skate clips to. But at the same time, as I said, you've got to filter through everything else in the world, everything. Where this app will just allow people to connect skaters to skaters, new ideas, new clips, and where you don't have to filter through the crap. You will most likely then see most tricks because the amount of times I'm looking for new stuff and it's like
regurgitated footage, like somebody's just reposted it, or somebody's snitched it back together, or done a clip together. Like people could do battle games escape. That's cool, but like there won't be any reposting of someone's clip. Someone has ownership over that clip on that platform. When you also post on other platforms, like you sometimes pretty much give your rights away for that video. Like they own part of that video because you've uploaded it onto their platform. Like they take rights for a part of the video. But with Skate Addiction, when it's out on the App Store, there's say no in-app purchases, and the app will the video is still fully yours. And if you can take it down, no one else a screen. I'm going to try and get a screen record option removed in there, so make the screen go blurry. It's not about that, because I'm not having anyone clip people's clips. It'd be a way to get noticed and sponsored. Believe me. And people are like, I doubt it, but I'm like, well, no, I am so flipping positive about it, because if I'm getting if I'm getting noticed by bigger skate companies and actually getting responses from them, but bigger people than me aren't, there's something I'm doing that's different to what other people do. I haven't got a million followers and they're messaging me. I have literally just hit a K or whatever, or over a K on here, and I'm a few thousand on my other platform. But it's the work I'm putting out. It's the fact I have a skate company. And that is why me, instead of like, I don't know, Jordan, who I'm sponsoring, who's got way more followers than I have, has actually ever got a response from them. Because it's like the work I'm putting in. So who is going to get someone like Heron Skateboards to download their app? Most likely, if they made it, me, with a skate company, or Jordan, who I'm going to be sponsoring, who's got more followers than me. Weirdly enough, as I said, me, because they message me. And it just shows like, when people go, my point is, you have the right people do this stuff, and some people skate, some people do, some people watch. I still skate, but as I said, I could draw now. I've had all my injuries, and to be honest with you, I'm just happy to like watch the skate, not let the skate community die, and proper give my all to it, give every fibre of my being, bro, to the skating community. I used to love doing things, bro. Earlier, I was watching a video, I can't remember, is it Dad Brothers? And I watched him do a Feeble or Smith to a 5-0, and then to a 50-50. Those were tricks I used to like doing. It's like, I was trying to give an example where like I would do like a tray to a blunt. Or I've done a tray to a nose blunt, but I wouldn't do it down like, I don't know, a stair set, like that wild blow, bro, wild. But I want to get my skate back to the point where like and I'm going to. I'm literally going to at least get my frontside flips down, like hips against stair sets. Backside flip. I am going to get that back. I'm determined to. What I love about the first few times, I actually lost part of my tooth when I was doing frontside flip, because when I spit, you turn in the airwork pre-wind up, and you've got the board, and it comes around. I've landed before on the tail, and it's popped up and just hit me in the face. Like the clearance you have to get, bro. Like skating is gnarly, bro. And every time I'm watching like people who I'm about to sponsor skate, God damn it, I've got to do it. I've got to skate. Like obviously I still skate, but I've like self-preservation's kicked in. At 25, granted it's young, but as I said, I've herniated a disc or slipped a disc, whatever you want to call it, in my spine. And I've had major injuries like compound fracture with a bone broke, came out my arm, tore ACLs, tore MCLs. And if anyone knows a tore ACLs, at least one, you are not 100% the same again really after that. You know, it is quite peak. Meniscus as well. As I'm saying, like some people, I feel like if there isn't any other industry, I'm not saying guaranteed all, but there's a lot of industries that people get really toxic and sour. Like they'll be like, I'm not getting involved. They don't want anything to do with it. They don't want to help. Do you know what I mean? But I'm different, bro. I want to see people get to where I want to get to and above, and I want people to help people get there. Because for me, I feel like I was all at it alone, and I'm not complaining. I just feel like there's now with people, you know what I mean? Like I see in America, there's people that have coaches, you have people who really want to push people, but there isn't that really over here. You just have people kind of all in it for themselves, so trying to get that clip on it. And I'm like, at the end of the day, bro, skating's lost its soul right there. I'm not answer that because I got off basic scripture. As I said, won't get into that one. But yeah, it's just about passion, man. It's really happy to do what I'm talking about, eh? It's about literally making sure that skating. I mean, skating is getting popular again for sure. But I feel like skating in the UK is really underrated. Like, there's so many people who don't really like. So many UK skaters. There's only a few that really like skateboard GB. And I
feel like that's it. That's all that's known about it. But it's very much like the skate culture. You see people skate with like everything I've seen in Skate GB. The only way I can put it is they're all wearing pads and helmets. I'm not. I agree with that. Yeah, I do think you should be safe, especially if you're vert skating and stuff like that, because you're literally vertical. So vert is people don't understand. Like you could just slam, hit your head. I mean, you can really hurt yourself street skating as well. But if you're keeping it pretty mellow and stuff like that, I understand it. That is the culture. I get it. And as a street skater, I don't think much of that is seen from the UK out of the UK. You know, you see people doing the Hollywood 16, like El Toro. You see, there's so many different spots that are like so famous. I've skated like a lot of them myself as well, and like the Dome as well in France, Paris. I mean, it's just gorgeous, bro. But in the UK, you don't really get that, and you see people like maybe doing vert, and they all get their pads and stuff. And I think people just see saying that skating doesn't have like they're exactly the same, bro. Like people with just long ass like they're like hippies or like emos. Do you know what I mean? They're like, I mean, it's the same culture. That's all I can say, and it's just not been. I don't think it's been expressed the same. Now, Skate Addiction, when I started the company, seemed like such a stupid, basic name in a sense. In a sense, just like almost plain and simple. But I really like that now. I'm like, it is so simple and brilliant. It was going to be called Street Addiction because of street skating. But then people were like, I know they'll take that as a double meaning because street, people were addicts. I was having to say, what is kind of meant to be a double meaning? Because I was homeless, I was an addict before, but then I've got my own business. It's crazy, really. If you really push yourself enough, you can make it. Trust me. But not just push yourself. You've got to know what you want as well. You've got to say, "Oh, I want it." Anyway, back on what I was saying. So I quickly before I go for a cigarette. And yeah, so skate addiction was like, it seemed dumb at first. It felt childish, but to be fair, now I feel like people have really related to it because it just makes sense. So, how would you describe your connection to skating if you're a skateboarder? And loads of people say it's like an addiction. They one more trick, one more go. That is the best way to describe skating. One more, just one more. Just one more game of skate. Just one more hour. Just one more day. And it's that one more that reminded me of that is what substance addiction is like. It's like, just one more. Just let me get that in. And also, you are chasing the same sort of the adrenaline, whatever it is, sort of fix that you got when you landed that first trick. So that's why I see skate addiction was the perfect name in the end. It does. It's like one more trick. Oh, let me have 10 more minutes. It's that one more over and over again. It seems so childish, but it felt so basic, and it just hits right. I was thinking about just addiction and things like that. I didn't want it just to come across just completely dirty and negative. I feel like it has a more positive connotation than when you add the skate addiction, because on the website it says a positive addiction. Because growing up, I've been addicted to the wrong things, but then finding art and skateboarding as like a way to express myself. And I know people won't understand what I mean, because express yourself, people always think you mean to other people as well. But I also mean express myself to me. It was like inner expression. I think people forgot that's a thing. Because expressing yourself doesn't just mean like I'm going around to everyone, hey, I just done an ollie, I just done a front side flip. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not what it's about. It's about just expressing your inner feelings or like wants. And that might be a backside lip. That might be, you know what I mean? It could be anything. It could be learning next trick. And I think skaters are so humble and sweet people because the amount of times they fall over and they deal with that over and over and over again. Other people barely stub a toe throughout their life sometimes. You know what I mean? So really, you've got the two complete opposite ends of the scale: skaters and non-skaters. They are like different people. Wait, they don't there for you. I'm confused what you mean by that, but anyway, it's just you've got to give everything all. Like skaters give their all. But I'm gonna bring back my skating this year, 100%, like big time. Right, what was I gonna do? There for a cigarette. Come back. Thing was that my brain is just not. It is really not working at the moment. I can't wait to get these skateboards going, bro. I can't. Yeah. It's just not working. Oh well. But yeah, I said just hit a nail on the head. Skate addiction. And there's never
realised it made me laugh when I was making a couple of videos, I was skating as well. I was like, bro, I have an addictive personality, right? Kind of saying to myself, because I was thinking about it. So I just can't stop skating. So I literally am now like a skate addict. And I just thought it's funny because it is like every single other thing, as well as like, doesn't matter if it's substance or it's something you really love, you are straight up, oh, just one more, just one more, just one more. Every single time. At least I have been, and I know plenty of other skaters who are the same. You just don't, nothing's ever enough. You're like, oh, I need to go for another skate. I need to get out of my system, just one more kickflip, one more frontside flip. It is an addiction. So hence skate addiction, and it just, the company's name hits an nail on the head perfectly. It sounded like very childish when I first done it, and still, I guess some people might think skate addiction or whatever. I don't care. I think it really does. And if you're not into skating, I think that's why the company also won't hit the nail on the head, because you're not. I mean, you're not an addict from skating. You're not addicted to skating, so of course you're not going to even think, well, how can that possibly be addictive? But all I can say to relate is anything anyone finds addictive is just take that and be like, it's exactly the same. And I know some people are like, well, that's obvious, but so many people, I'll be honest, don't even seem to understand the obvious anymore. It's not even so. People, calm down. Well, as I said, my favourite one is the fact that unemployment looks like self-employment. It is like literally the most funny, because I mean, you look at my desk now, you look at me, and then yeah, I'm in my cozies or I wear a dressing gown. People just like, yeah, unemployed. It's hilarious. But then isn't that like, I don't know, some people cause it insecurities. For some people say, oh no, I'll just wear a business, I wear a suit every day. I don't care if I look unemployed, because you know you're not. And I think the lessons we learn from that is just honestly do you. You have to be happy in life, and that is not trying to conform to everybody else and every idea and every person. And you know, you got to put you first sometimes. Straight up. 100% factual. Alright guys, I will love you and leave you. I will be back in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna go edit some footage, try and flip and sort this like intro out for this video. I don't know how other people have the same thing, but my iPhone at the moment just will not like the processor clips. When I'm recording clips, I'll go to upload them onto any video editing software, and it literally just says 0 for like ages. I'm like, I'm on CapCut, anything, it won't load. And I'm like, I know it's an iPhone 13, and bro, I know people are like, iPhone 13, like, how old's that? Like, bro, back in the time when I used to release one like reasonably when I was growing up, and that's like what you know, every midnight. It's just stupid. I'm saying no, it's not midnight. You know what I mean? It feels like that. So you wake up and there's a new phone on the market. It's like, seriously, I can't be asked with it. So you're going to use a thing that works, it's effective, and having a business is not cheap. So, but as I said, I don't know if anyone else has noticed it, but my clips are not processing. I've never noticed something so dumb for. You know when you like literally record a clip on your phone, right? You record your video saying, you come off, you can watch that straight away normally, right? You can always go off onto it, onto camera roll, or videos, or view all photos, or click on the little photo thing in the corner, right, and watch it. You can scrub through it. Is it called scrubbing? Yeah, you scrub through and you pick which area you want. You can cut it down. You can add filters. You do quite a bit on editing the iPhone for the footage, right? But I've never experienced a buffering for a video I've recorded on my iPhone to then view afterwards or use or edit. So I'm literally still waiting since yesterday at 4 o'clock in the evening, and it's now 9 o'clock in the morning for a clip to process. I'm like, what do you mean process? It's offline, and it's taken longer to download than GTA 6 has before it's even out, right? I mean, I'm just saying how long GTA 6 is going to take. It's going to be like what? It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be like a day and a night. But yeah, I can't process why it's taking so long to process it. I can't process why it's taking. I could process the clip quicker in my brain than my iPhone is processing. My brain's even stupidly slow today. There's no way I could beat it, but I feel like I could. It's taken it 24 plus hours to process a clip on my iPhone photos. And that's not process it in any special way. Like, I don't have to dip it in liquid, shake it, and leave it in a red room. It is simply just okay. I was trying to be funny. It wasn't funny, but you know that was processing in the old days. It's how you processed photos, right? Now we don't have to process shit. So why is it processing? Why? I go on to. I've never seen a buffering on a video I've recorded on my own. I'll turn it. It's not like Wi-Fi or anything like that. Like, I'm confused. Does anybody know this? Like, did this happen before, or did I just not look at? I swear I've recorded a video before. Something funny has happened. We stopped recording. Gone through the footage. Looked with my mate. Scrubbed through it. They call it scrubbing in it, and you find a funny moment, right? No buffering at all. Maybe a millisecond at the beginning. Why is my phone now buffering on a video that is downloaded and recorded on that phone? Like, it doesn't need Wi-Fi. It's not full of storage. It's like 20 gigabytes left because I deleted some shit. It's like iPhone are just royally doing this big time, and I'm done with it. I actually didn't want to switch to Android, but I'm actually close to, which is crazy to me to say. The moment I got an iPhone, I was like, I'm done with that. I don't even care if I get an iPhone 1. I would rather have an iPhone 1 than a bloody Android. And I know people are like, this is ridiculous, I haven't tried it. Androids feel weak and cheap and terrible. Like the fact you can take the back of the phone off always freaked me out. It didn't feel like a solid unit. The phone don't feel solid. Where Apple felt solid. Even though they fucked us about for so many years now, they still feel like a solid good phone. And it's not just about the Apple branding. I cover it most of the time. It's not about that. People who have Android seem to think Apple care about the branding. I don't think it is. It was a lot of the security measures. You know, you weren't allowed to do extra things like, jailbreak your phone as easy, but with that came extra security. Now we've lost that in the UK for one. And then two, as I said, they're now blowing everything up. If you don't put your ID on there, you will have a blurry iPhone. You won't be able to view social media. I'm done, bro. I don't need me a phone, man. I'm good. I just won't have a phone. Do you know what I mean? If it's anything, like I'll just get an iPad, I'll just get a webcam, I'll get anything. I'm not flipping doing that. It's ridiculous. As I said, they just try to royally do us. I've never ever considered about going Android before. I've had an Android, but the moment I ever got an iPhone, I was like, oh, this is so much better. The back of the iPhone, Androids come off. I know you can change the battery and people go, oh, it's more beneficial because the phone's still good, but you can change the battery. And I get that, but it feels less sturdy. It's nothing to do with the Apple logo at all because it's covered up with a case. Like it is, no one sees it. It's the fact that you have free messaging between iPhones. Do you know what I mean? You just need the Wi-Fi on. You can be anywhere and you free message, iMessage, boom. That's one reason I like iPhone. There's many reasons why I liked Apple compared to. I felt like it was secure, safer. The phone felt more solid. The back doesn't just pop off, and you have to be careful with the volume buttons and the on buttons on the side because I've done that before. I've taken my phone off, and I know people are like, how we got to be really careful because they don't easily break. Well, now when you take them off, the volume and off button are on the outside with the buttons that push on the inside, right? But it used to be a case, and some of them would have the buttons on the inside, so you'd have to when you took the back of an Android phone off, you'd have to pull the side of the phone's case around the power button and the thing like that. Otherwise, you could break it, right? Bro, what are the days with the Nokia E phone? Was it E phone? I can't remember. Like the old brick phones, man. That's what we need. Bring back the brickies. Bring back the brick phones. I just think they're stupid. And as I said, how is my phone more powerful? Like a bricky used to be was more powerful than the thing that landed on the moon, apparently, right? Which is wild. Fact one. Fact two. My phone is an iPhone 13, and it can't process a flipping clip that I recorded yesterday, over 24 hours ago. Like, I literally feel like me after working a whole week, I could process that clip with my brain, and I don't even have computer tech in my head. Like, how is it? Like, what do you mean buffering, bro? It's like 1080p to it's not even 4K. You know what I mean? And since when did anything take 24 hours to download off of Wi-Fi? Right? I understand on Wi-Fi if it's running real shit, but when it's on the phone already, what are you processing for 24 hours? Like, I'm honestly baffled by it. So I've literally sat there, and when I'm like, guys, I'm gonna be uploading clips 3 times a day. I've not been able to because it won't let me flip and edit them. It's actually been the biggest pain in the ass. I can't stop, and I think it's because they're so long, the clips, but I can't stop recording it because then I'll end up missing some of the cleaner tricks I do land. And then I go, oh, record again, I'll learn that trick, and then I won't land the trick for like half an hour. And I'm like, great, I'll stop recording, and then I'll land the bloody trick. And I'm like, great. So I just got to leave it recording. But then, as I said, it's taking me like a bloody 4 days or whatever. I can marathon like whole movie sets in this time period. It's taking to process a flipping video. And don't even go on about slow-mo ones. Oh my lord.
my phone actually, I think it's gonna have a heart attack, and the battery. I don't know. It's gonna cease to exist. I swear. So I'm gonna grab a cigarette before I have a panic attack. I'm joking. I'm not having a panic attack, but it's getting a tad stressful. Just trying to edit some clips and get it to work. Because as I said, I wanted to be able to upload. I mean, I'm pretty much just about to upload every day again. 3 times a day. I was going to start, but now as it takes 4 days to flip in process, it's not. It's about a day for a clip. But if I record a few, and only on that one clip, there's like 4 good tricks. But I need the clip to be a little bit longer then. But I went 2 days to edit a clip. So I need to go and find some method out right now, and also message when I come back. So like I said earlier, I was asking people what they thought about somebody. If I gave some people an example and nobody answered, but I was like, I think someone's trying to scam me. It won't work, bro. I'm good with IT, I'm good with tech, and I'm a small business. I mean, that can work, but I mean, I'm so cautious, and I don't just err on the side of caution. I am if caution was a bloody person, because I have complex PTSD. So I don't do anything. I would literally rather go through. I would rather walk through the most intense pain and do all the shit that I have to do, rather than actually give the task to somebody else and then mess it up, fumble it so badly. I literally rather make. If you want a job done properly, do it yourself. That is 100% true. You can't expect people to do a job on your level, even if you are paying them at a level, because levels are definitely different. Like, do you know what I mean? If you want a job done properly, do it yourself. That's all I can say. So many people complain when a job's just don't flipping give it to people. Just do it yourself. That's what I do, and it works out every time. Well, maybe not every time. That's a bit overconfidence there. You've got to give yourself a big confidence boost when you fuck up so many times. I haven't, but when you do, I've messed up a few, fair few. You know, it'll do. It's just life. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna head out for this. I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. Oh, yeah. I need to message my partner because I'm convinced. I'm so shocked by something, and I can't. I say it on here every time. I say it, people leave because they're clearly not interested in my little life story, which is all good. I am joking, everybody, but yeah, peace and love. And I'll be back in about 15-20 minutes. It's funny because I know it can be like when I leave, typically it's on 5 to 20 people come in, or sometimes they don't, and they come on another live because I'm so quiet and chill. The next live I start is just an overload of people, so it's nice to just breathe in the air of just chill right now, take it in, because when there's loads of people, like, I miss so many things, and people get mad. I apologise right now. I am looking saying this is why I'm pacing around like dancing around my room like a fairy. Or ballerina. Right, anyway, peace, love, and I'll catch you guys all in about 15-20 minutes. Oh, it's raining. Yeah, that's what I'm actively trying to avoid right now as well. Anyway, yeah, peace, love. And I'll catch you guys in 15.